Yo, what's up, everybody? Coach Shabazz here, man. I'm getting ready to drop Sha-Podcast episode 6. When I tell you it is a great one, it's a great one for multiple reasons. I'm a Ohio State Buckeye fan, former Buckeye player, and I made a lot of good friends over the years, especially during my college days at Ohio State before I made this move to UT Chat. One of my closest friends there, I call him Twin. We look a lot alike. We have the same fire, the same passion. I wore number 9, he wore number 6. I'm talking about none other than my brother C. Grant. We had a great conversation with my guy, and I want to just share some highlights with you guys. Please lock in. Go Buckeyes first and foremost. I want to thank you, my brother C, for the sit down. Long overdue. I wanted to give you your flowers during this conversation, but I'm gonna do it again, even more right now. Brother, I love you. You are a legend. We do not win 2002 without you, without your great, incredible defensive play. Whatever props you get from the university, from the city of Columbus, you deserve. From the country, you deserve. You are one of a kind. You are a walking, living legend, and I honor you, and I'm humbled to be your friend, your brother, and just want to let you know I love you, dog. So you guys, Buckeye Nation, anybody across the nation, enjoy my conversation with my brother, C. Grant. Dude, look, I'm almost in tears, and I hope you can hear me okay, because it's so great to see your face, bruh. It's so great to hear your voice, dog. It's so great to see you looking like $10 million. You know what I'm saying?
5, bro.
What'd you say?
45.
Dog, 45 of them. Hey, man, I'll be 44 next month.
I know, man. Hey, we the OGs for real.
Yeah. Hey, look. Hey, we unk out here. We unk for real now.
Hey, we unks that's doing good though, man. Hey, look at us.
That's a fact, baby. Brother, hey, man, I'm gonna tell you something. It's nothing in particular that I really wanted to chop it up with you about. You know, I mean, it's this time of year. We see our Buckeye boys. We see they handling business. You know what I mean? You obviously a Buckeye legend, brother. You know what I mean? You made the play that got us that ring against, the mighty Hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I wanted to call, show you some love, give you some flowers. You haven't heard it from me, but brother, when I tell you, it's so funny even how I don't know if you even remember this, dog. I remember the first day we met, bro.
Mm-hmm. I
remember Mike Doss coming up to me in the locker room. Hey, bro, you need to come out here right now and meet your twin. I'm like, man, what is this fool talking about? So we walk across the indoor turf field, and I think we had just either finished a lift or something, but the varsity guys was out with Coach K.
Right.
And we go across the field, and I'm already intimidated because I'm a new kid. Don't know all the guys out there, you out there, Nate out there, Diggs out there, all the varsity guys out there, and Mike Doss holler out, "Hey, C, it's Mini-Me."
Hey, that's true though. Hey, you know what, twin man? When I knew it was real, man, my mom said that. She said,
"That's crazy."
She said that with you. Hey, you remember when you got hurt though when we was playing up in the soccer stadium?
In the spring game, yep.
My mother ran down. She thought that I think we were both wearing like 6s on different teams.
Yeah, you had we was on the same side, dog. You had on the 6, I had on the 9. You was playing Mike, I was playing Strong, and we made the tackle on the same play.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And that 6 that 9 looked
like the 6.
And my mama don't play about her baby. She ran down there, but it was everything that she told me. She's like, man, that child looks just like you.
I swear to God. Yep.
My man. So I know that your family is out there making a difference too. It's not just you. It's your extended partner.
You already know.
And babies and everything. So I just hope y'all doing good.
Brother, let me tell you about my other half, dog. It's something out of a storybook. Like it don't even seem. Every time I tell people the story, just first of all how we met, it's like who wrote that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, so me and my son, we came over here in maybe 2006, maybe 2005, 2006. He was 2 at the time, or he's getting ready to turn 2. So I got on my feet a little bit, you know what I mean? And some little dude came down the street, hit me head on. I called the police, you know, because they got to do the accident report. Bro, she was the officer that came to the scene.
Okay.
Dog, we start chopping it up, bro. We out there talking 3 hours, and when I tell you, she in uniform, and I'm like trying to be professional because you know she working, and I don't want to get her in no trouble or nothing. But we just chopping it up, bro. We had a whole lot in common, and then the conversation coming to a close. She get ready to pull off. So I worked up the nerve. I'm like, well, is it okay if you gave me your phone number? She was like, well, no, I ain't get nobody my number like maybe 4 years or something. That's her word for word, bro. I'm like, well, damn, I don't want to be that dude, so I can respect it. So I said, well, can I give you mine? She was like, yeah, okay. Man, I wrote my number down so fast and threw that shit in the police car.
Hey, the urgency of now, like
I'm trying to tell you.
right here, right now.
That's what it was. How's everybody doing on your end?
Everybody's doing good. Family's doing good. You know, my son, man, 19, just turned 19 years old. On the grind, just finished up his time with Fuma Sports.
Yeah.
And that was a whole different experience, you know, leaving mom and dad and going. Yeah, and then, you know, it's old school discipline. I knew it was old school, bro, when they was writing handwritten letters. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah. Wait. Is he at Fort Union?
Fort Union. That's right.
Hell yeah, yep. Boy, they get down at Fort Union. Yep. Mm-hmm.
We still waiting you know, to get him landed somewhere. You know, it's bigger than football. You know, football is a vehicle,
right?
But I want something. Their hands on my baby and do it like old school. You know, a lot of these coaches don't want to develop no more. They want that turn starter, as I like to say.
Yep.
I want because he's a good character, young man. You know, been there 24/7.
That's right.
You know, with me and his mother and the support. So we just, like I always say on my tweets, man, God will ultimately have the final say.
That is a fact, brother.
And where I don't worry about Twin is my faith in my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. When I stand on business,
100.
Bro, and God will ultimately have the final say, that means I'm going to sit here and take all them lashes that everybody got about C. Grant.
Yep.
You know, whether I put it out there to hurt myself or somebody found out or whatever, it don't matter, man. When God does something for you, not even me can get in the way. So I just cannot wait for all of that to come to light so that I can first and foremost give Lord and Savior Jesus Christ all the glory and the praise, bro.
Big facts, brother. So, big facts, Twin.
Absolutely, man. And so that's what's going on with my oldest, my baby, 19. I have a 17-year-old daughter who's a junior at Archbishop Hogan.
Yeah.
A hell of an athlete, but most of all, she's a hell of a person. Stand up in the classroom.
Mm-hmm.
She's somebody proud, whether she's in uniform or she just chilling. You know what I mean? She just cool. Hey, she my twin.
Yeah.
So she's going through a little adversity right now. They're in the middle of basketball season. She dislocated her shooting arm, but she's
her elbow or shoulder?
Elbow, but she's gonna be back. You know, getting that range of motion and the thing that she needs. But the thing that I like about her the most right now is even though she's not active as far as being a player, her leadership is active.
Yeah.
You know, she's still her teammates, talking to her. She's going to the practices. She's going to the games. She's leading, and that's what you have to do in my household.
No question.
Say, I'm not raising no fool. I ain't raising no floating souls. They all gonna stick to the wall like spaghetti, baby.
That's a fact. I mean? That's a fact.
That's what I'm scared of, Raheem.
Yeah.
I'm scared of that effect that I have, man. But next is my 12-year-old Marley baby. She's ready, you know, preteen, real quiet, but very poised. You know, she's somebody in the classroom that's dynamic. You know, she's one of those young kids that if something happens, so we have a busy family, and say I'm traveling, and her mother's traveling, and things. She hoops too, and run track, and so as you can see, we have a very athletic family.
I said, I wonder where they got that from.
Hey man, it's had its good and bad days, but it's been a blessing overall, man.
Yeah.
And then we moved down to my 9-year-old baby Milani. She's the one that she's watching everything. She's watching the internet with the older kids. She's watching everything. She's a visual learner. She's the person when she walk in the room, her smile melts you. She's got something to say. She's like 22 years old. She's game and everything.
Yeah.
So she's a natural at so much, but the things that she has to work on, she's dedicated at working on them, man.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm happy with that. And then my baby, man, 5-year-old, her birthday coming up here in about 18 days. Not 18, 16 days, Amara. And that's the feisty one. I might have to keep her out the cage. She's different. I can't leave out their mother, man, their loving mother, man. My wife, Brandy, man, been known each other 20 years, man, and you know, man, there's a lot of ups and downs, man, throughout a long-term marriage. And,
no question.
We got lost a child. You know, we've been through it, man.
Yeah.
And so that's right now what one day at a time, man. You just work on it one day at a time. Yeah. I gotta be a better person.
Yeah.
That's what I'm down to. You know, I like to get on here, but just personally, you know, I mean, I sent a tweet out a year ago that had people alarmed, and you know, those things don't just affect you; they affect your family. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, you said something right there, brother, because while we were connected all these years because of our foundation together, there's always been a different type of bond that we had. And even when I saw my brother's tweet, I said, oh hell no, I gotta reach out to my dude. I got to. I didn't care what was going on. But in a sense I did. It was just like I need to get to my brother ASAP. Yep. And it was mainly too because when we go through stuff like that, when we go through our adversities, when we going through it, it's gonna come out for sure. Okay. But the thing is, we gotta know on the receiving end that we're A, not alone, and that B, you got people who care for real. Cause you know, one thing I really can't stand is how people just kind of haphazardly and use the cliche, oh, you have my condolences. I can't stand that because it sounds so script and so rote and just so, just a nice thing to say. Nah, dog, I need to know that you're going to be like Joe when I'm down, that you're going to sit with me. I need to know, and then it hits home because I just lost my sister. You know what I mean? So it's not just something to say because I sympathize. No, brother, I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And that holds a lot more weight than somebody just saying the same thing that 100 other people have said. Because it almost becomes, and you know, people mean well, but it almost becomes a little offensive. It's like, you know, but when I saw your tweet, I said, I don't need you even thinking almost a little bit that nobody understands or that you're going through this alone or that nobody cares. I needed you to know that, you know what I mean? And let's change gear a little bit. We got to talk about our boys, man. Our boys today, hey, man, them jokers hitting on all cylinders now, ain't they?
Hey, they definitely are, man.
Lord.
That's all the people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
They see Ohio State be Ohio State. And now with the NIL, now where, you know, there's a handful of schools, man, and I feel like when you're spending $20 million, and that's Ohio State, the Georgias, the Oregons, then there's less risk. I mean, not less risk, but there's less room for error.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's more at stake now. It's way more at stake.
Mm-hmm. And so it's about managing. It's also about coaching, developing, putting people in the right position.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm old school in this way, and Woody Hayes coached at my high school. So Miss Ann Hayes, you got to understand, I grew up a Michigan fan in Ohio. But learning from Miss Ann Hayes and some of the greats who came through those K doors at the Woody Hayes, I learned that the way that Coach Woody Hayes was, it wasn't the easiest way, but what he was doing was not just molding football players, but he was molding men.
He was molding men, that's right. That's right.
What my father were teaching me at home. Now, was I perfect in any way? No, I'm a normal 18, 19, 20-year-old, but there was a respect, and you know how it is at Ohio State. There's an excellence.
Mm-hmm.
There's an excellence that you have to withhold when you're at Ohio State.
No question.
One of the, and then real quick, just with the goals and objectives, man, I feel like, put it this way, you come in as the head coach at The Ohio State, there's a lot of tradition there, man. There's rich tradition. And there's certain traditions that you don't touch. If you remember, Coach, he didn't touch them. But there's certain things that he added, like locking the arms to come out to show that, you know what, this may not be a John Cooper team. This is a Jim Tressel team.
Mm-hmm.
He made us learn about the 1942 team and about the people who came before us to be at our best. No different than a parallel in a family. We look at our grandparents, our parents, and the people that come before us, hold that. I find that offensive to try to just push that to the side. So I feel like at Ohio State, go ahead.
What I was going to say was what that does, you raise your level of game. You raise your level of play when you are more selfless. And when you think in terms of the guys who came before all of us, everybody who came before us, we could arrogantly say, "Oh, this is my team now, or this is how I do things now." But you have more level of responsibility when you're doing it for not only your brothers, but you're doing it for the legacy of Ohio State. You're doing it for Eddie. You're doing it for Cat. You're doing it for Joey. You're doing it for Terry. You're doing it for, Chris Spielman, Chris Carr. You're doing it for all of these guys that came before us. So there's this, like you just said, the level of excellence that was demanded of us, that had to be upheld. It had to be respected. But and Coach Tressel was such a master of pulling that out of all of us. And not only that, but putting the right pieces in the right places. Brother, I wanted to talk to you first because, dog, when we were there, you played. Dog, you played strong safety, outside linebacker, corner. Hold on. Country ain't never seen a 6'3", 225 corner who can run with anybody.
Everybody, bro. Hey, but you know what a lot of people don't know is coming out of high school, I played quarterback.
Yeah, you did. That's right. You sure did.
I also played basketball, but
just athlete, dog. Yeah.
My sport was open for 100.
That's so crazy.
So, only thing it was when I got to Ohio State, man, I went there as an athlete, and like you said, I damn near tried out every position.
Yep. But and it's almost a gift and a curse because it's like, bro, what do we do with this dude? We can't keep him on the sidelines. There's no way in heck we can keep him on the sidelines. So they had to find, but it took a minute. But I swear to God, when you got the outside linebacker, it was a wrap. That was like the perfect scenario. Because then, not only that, I mean, you wasn't just out there it wasn't just making okay, all right, yeah, 8 tackles, 9 tackles here and there. No, you were a playmaker. You were a game dog. You are a game record. And clearly, we don't win the national championship without that play. They driving down the field on us and Dorsey's, yep. No, bro, come here. I got you. Game over. Period. And it's beautiful because, and you know what? I'm telling you, I love that for you so much because people remember that team because of that play that you made. And brother, you have I'm literally getting chills. I love that for you because, dog, I know for a fact, I haven't been in Columbus in a while, but I know this. You go to Columbus, dog, you walk around anywhere. The drinks better be free. The meals better be free. They better roll out the red carpet. Cause my dude, you him. You know what I'm saying? And it's my pleasure, it's my honor to just be on this side of this call with you because you my dude. You know what I mean? But I'm happy because, and not only that set up, that catapulted your pro career. I need you to tell me about your time in New Orleans, bro. How was that?
Oh man, that was a different time.
And here's the best thing about it too, even when I ask, because I know you're gonna keep it a buck with me. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, hey, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna definitely keep it a buck. Hey, New Orleans different now. You gotta understand, I'm a old country boy, man. I started off in farm country.
Yeah, that's different. That's a different kind of country than New Orleans, dog.
Right? But New Orleans is different, man. I think my biggest blessing and curse was the food.
Oh, hey, yes, Lord.
Soul food. There's so many different spots between, New Orleans and Metairie and the surrounding places. The people, the Southern hospitality was beautiful. They moved at a slower pace than I can remember Columbus being prior to getting there. You know what I mean? And when I say I ate at Popeyes, Popeyes everywhere ain't the same till you go down to Louisiana because they be bringing spices, that Creole.
Man, that's what it is down there, though. You know, look, dog. I tell everybody, New Orleans food, there is no comparison. It's the best food in the country. There's no comparison. Memphis, okay, you got a whole lot of cities known for like barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Or you got Philly steaks. Okay, cool. They known for Philly steaks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like New Orleans food, dog. You can't compare it to nothing. It's like the best. Then the seafood, they right on the Gulf, dog. It's so fresh, dog. And then they season it to, man, you have high blood pressure off your first meal down there, dog.
Yeah, bro, they put like 6 to 10 pounds of butter to bake.
Yo, Zion Williamson is one of the freakiest athletes I've ever seen. That brother's in a bind down there in New Orleans, dog. Because you know what? He could get his weight under control if he wanted to. But he's really in a tough spot because, seriously, what do you do? And then when you're an athlete of that caliber, what they want to do? They want to do whatever they want for you. They want to give you whatever you want, whatever you ask for. They're gonna spoil you. You don't want to piss them off because what's gonna happen? You got a generational talent. They don't want to lose them. So what they gonna do? They gonna cater to them. You know what I'm saying? And you got a young man who's rich, who got the city in the palm of their hand. That they saying this dude coming out of college, he could be the next LeBron. This and this and this and this. But then you put him in a city like New Orleans, where it is literally the devil's playground, dog. You got everything down there. Whatever you want is there. You know what I mean? So they got to get that brother up out of there or move the team somewhere or something because he's going to be in trouble.
Property, area, and that's not a good area, bro, especially when it plays into some of your demons that you've been fighting anyways. That have kept you off the court. Mm-hmm. And that ended up being my problem, I feel too, man, getting the weight on. I mean, not saying I wasn't working out, but just not being used to carrying the weight that the team wanted me to carry. They wanted me to play middle because I bust the hit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Back with our D coordinator at the time, Rick Terry, he wanted me to put the weight on. But to stick to the point, New Orleans was a beautiful place, man. Met a lot of teammates. Continued to be a teammate with our teammate Will Smith, so that was beautiful to be down there with him.
Yeah.
During that time, man, and so, man, we were just going after it, man. And so that time was a beautiful time. I was young, had a lot of old heads I respected, like Darren Smith, who was a part of the Dallas Cowboys' early Super Bowl runs, and just to pick his mind. And I think one of the most important things that he told me before I be quiet is he was the first one to tell me, your body is your business. What you put in your
preach,
body.
Boy. You better preach.
And how your body keeps will generate how long you'll get to be in this league. And so it's no joke. And so, like, even coming down off of being out of football, finding yourself, dealing with depression, having a family, not being able. I always tell people, twin, a skewed perspective is a dangerous mind.
Mm-hmm.
You come off from making the type of money that even a base salary individual in the NFL would make, and you have great opportunities coming out, and you frowning your nose. I'm speaking about self right now. You miss out on opportunities that could have kept you from slipping into areas of life that maybe were never meant for you, but you got to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's just a deep story, man. New Orleans, that group of being a man, we started my family, leaving Hurricane Katrina, and really being at that crossroads in life. And so it's like on the field, man.
Mm-hmm.
If my back ever hits this wall right here, I'm springing off that mud.
That's right.
And I've had a lot of those 4th and 1 moments in my life, so it's a parallel, G.
Yeah, no question, brother. One thing that I know we've always had in common, whether it's life, whether it's football, we've been able to bounce back. You know what I mean? And shift gears, change perspective, especially when you put in a position where you just have to. You can't rely on talent anymore. Now it becomes instinct. Now it becomes, work. Now it becomes man up and go. If you don't survive. Then it becomes, and I think a blessing that God gave us is some little ones who are looking to us. Because now, just like the foundation that we learn, bro, when we have others that we play for, we have legacies that we play for. Now our kids, they turn us into a version of ourselves that we didn't even know existed. And
Right.
we become
Absolutely.
natural born leaders, and we become subservient and just willing to make sure that whatever it is that you need, I'm going to do that. Whatever it is, I will put my own needs to the side to make sure that you're all right. And then we learned that if we find ourselves still hanging on to our own needs, then this little one that's dependent on me, they suffer. And that's not an option. You know what I'm saying? That's not an option at all. So, I believe this wholeheartedly, twin. I believe that it says a lot for us as sons of God that he would actually trust us with putting lives in our hands. Because ultimately, whose lives are those? That he is. You know what I'm saying? So if you trust me enough to say, I'm gonna give you this little dude, I'm gonna give you these little girls, I'm gonna give you these lives to nurture and to groom and to raise, then what does that say about how he views you? And then when you look at that, brother, that is the most humbling, oh my God. And all you want to do is give them your best because you know that you're giving him your best, his best.